What if Haaland changed teams every season? Over the next 10 seasons of his career, we're going to see how many goals, assists and trophies he can achieve. And at the end of each season, the wheel's going to decide where he will go next. Okay, so he's played his last season at Man City and they ended up finishing fourth, which is very surprising. Now onto that FA Shield. Man City ended up losing to Arsenal in the final. Alright, what about the FA Cup? Man City take a 2-1 win against Spurs in the finals and Haaland gets his first trophy. Man City won in the Carabao Cup, but in the finals Arsenal ended up winning it. In the Super Cup, Man City ended up losing to Sevilla 2-0. In the finals of the Champions League, Man City ended up beating Bayern 6-5 on penalties. Now let's look at the Europa League. Obviously Man City are not going to be in there. Roma take the Europa League. The World Conference League, Atletico Bilbao win that one, and that is the end of the season. Haaland, he gets a +1 overall from that season with 37 goals and 7 assists. Alright, let's see what league he's gonna go to first, and he's gonna head to Serie A. Now what Serie A team will the wheel choose? And he's gonna go to Roma. No, he's gonna go to Juventus. Oh my god, look at him in that kit. He looks pretty good in that. Couple of new transfers to this Juve team. We got Davies, Carvajal and Bruno Fernandes. Let's see if they won Serie A. They just miss out. They finished second place, 2 points behind Napoli. And let's have a look at the Coppa Italia. Bergamo take a 2-0 win against Inter Milan. And for the Super Cup, Man City ended up winning 2-1 against Sevilla. Juve ended up having a very rough time. They weren't even in the Champions League, the Europa League or even the Conference League. Here we are at the end of the season. Haaland 26 goals, 2 assists, a very poor performance by him. Alright, so now for his third season, what league is he gonna be in now? Oh, it's the Bundesliga. And in the Bundesliga, let's see where he's going to head off to now. Bayern? Nope, it's going to be Dortmund. Here we go. Haaland returning back home to where he belongs, back at BVB. Here's the team for the season. Hakimi coming in as the new transfer in that right back position. And in the Bundesliga, unfortunately, Borussia Dortmund finished second place. In the DFB Pokal, BVB sadly get knocked out by Bayern in round 3. And in the final, RB Leipzig end up winning that trophy. And in the Super Cup, Man City end up beating Sevilla 2-1 to win the trophy. And what about the Champions League? Hopefully Haaland can win a trophy here. Oh my god, Borussia Dortmund with a 6-0 win against Newcastle in the finals. Benfica ended up winning the Europa League and FC Victoria ended up winning the Conference League. Here we are at the end of the season, 32 goals, 11 assists, a much better performance by Haaland. Now for his fourth season, let's see what league he's going to be in now, and it's going to be the Premier League. Alright, here we go. He's going to be in the Premier League, but what team he's going to head to? Oh my god, he's going to Fulham. There is no way we see this happen in real life. Haaland walking in and joining into a club like Fulham. Alright, here is the team for the season. Somehow Haaland's moved up to a 94 between the off season, but oh well. And Fulham end up finishing 10th. Let's have a look at the FA Cup. And Fulham, they only reached round 5. They end up losing to Chelsea 4-1. But then in the finals, Leeds end up taking this trophy by beating Man City. And in the round 3 of the Carabao Cup, Fulham unfortunately lose 3-2 against Burnley and Chelsea end up winning this Carabao Cup. Just like Haaland's time at Juve, Fulham weren't even in the Champions League, the Europa League or even the Conference League. Alright, here we are at the end of the season. Haaland, he does finish with 33 goals and 8 assists, and it looks like he's now a 93 overall. He was a 94 at the start. Alright, so for the next season, he's gonna be heading back to the Serie A. Alright, let's go. What are the chances it goes back to Juve? Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. And it's gonna be AC Milan. Alright, Haaland at AC Milan now. Hopefully things pick up here and he starts winning some trophies. Here we are, here's the team for the season. Leao, Chukwueze and Haaland in the attack. That is going to be dangerous. Pretty solid squad. Let's have a look at the Serie A, and AC Milan end up finishing first in the Serie A. But in the Super Cup, AC Milan end up losing 3-2 to Latium. In the semi-finals of the Coppa Italia, Juve end up beating AC Milan on away goals, but then Napoli go on to win. Let's have a look at the Super Cup. Bayern ended up winning this trophy against Monaco 2-1. Let's have a look at the Champions League, and yeah, Milan, they end up getting knocked out in the group stage. But in the finals, Arsenal end up being in the finals. Very surprising, but they lose against Barcelona 3-1. Sevilla ended up winning the Europa League and Chelsea won the Conference League. Here we are at the end of the season. Haaland finished on 37 goals and 10 assists. Let's see where he goes next. Let's see what league he's going to go to now, and he's going to go to the La Liga. Right, but what La Liga team is he going to join? He's going to go ahead and go to Real Madrid. And here is the Real Madrid team. Damn, that looks solid. And Real Madrid have finished the league. Hopefully this is a sign that Haaland's going to be winning some trophies. Now let's have a look at the Super Coppa. And in the semi-finals, Rayo Vallecano beat Real Madrid 3-1. And then Atletico Bilbao end up winning that trophy. Let's have a look at the Copa de España. And Real Madrid beat Barca in the El Clasico for for that trophy. And in the UEFA Super Cup, Sevilla beat Barcelona to win that trophy. Real Madrid ended up getting knocked out by Juventus in the semi-finals, and then Borussia Dortmund ended up winning that trophy. Man United ended up winning the Europa League, and Feyenoord ended up winning the Conference League. Here we are at the end of the season at Real Madrid, 32 goals, 9 assists, and he's also won 2 trophies this season, so overall a good season. So now after that season at Madrid, it's time to head to the Premier League. Alright, let's see what team he goes to now in the Premier League, and he's gonna go to the greatest club in the world, Chelsea. Haaland in that Chelsea kit. Oh my god, the things I do for this man to actually come to Chelsea in real life. Here's the Chelsea team for the season. 2 new transfers coming in, Chouameni and Chukwueze. Can Chelsea win the Premier League? And yes, oh my god, they do. In the round 5 of the FA Cup, Chelsea get knocked out by Spurs, but then West Ham go ahead and win the FA Cup. In the round 4 of the Carabao Cup, Chelsea end up getting knocked out by Millwall. And then in the finals, Man City end up winning the trophy. No shock there. And in the Super Cup, Manchester United win 6-5 on penalties. And it looks like Chelsea were not in the Champions League, but Napoli go ahead and in the finals they beat Barcelona. And in the semi-finals of the Europa League, PSG end up beating Chelsea 5-2 on aggregate. And in the finals, PSV ended up beating PSG. And in the Europa Conference League, Bayern Leverkusen beat Spurs 3-0. Here we are at the end of the season, Haaland finishing on 36 goals and 5 assists. Alright, what league is gonna go to now? He's gonna go ahead and go to the League One. Let's see what League One team he's gonna be joining, and it's gonna be PSG. Here we go, Haaland in 2030 making his way to PSG. Here is the team for the season: Mbappe, Haaland, Dembele. That's gonna be absolutely dangerous. And in the Liga, yeah, of course, PSG topped the group, 88 points. If they didn't, then there was something going wrong there. And let's look at the trophy, the champions. PSG 2-2 against Monaco in the finals, but then Monaco beat them in penalties. And in the Coupe Nationale, PSG again, they go against Monaco in the finals and end up losing to them. And in the UEFA Super Cup, Napoli end up beating PSV 2-1. And in the semi-finals of the Champions League, Juve end up beating PSG 5-3 in aggregate. And then Juve go against Liverpool in the finals, and Liverpool win the Champions League. Arsenal end up winning the Europa League, and Manchester United end up winning the Conference League. Here we go at the end of the season at PSG. Haaland, 35 goals, 18 assists. So now for the 6th season, he's gonna go to La Liga. And what La Liga club is Haaland gonna join next? He's gonna go to Barcelona. Now here is the team in 2031 for Barcelona: Robertson, Konate, Martinez, Tonali, Højbjerg. Good few transfers made. Alright, here we go. Another trophy for Haaland. Barcelona finishing first, 8 points above 2nd place. Let's have a look at the Super Copa. And Real Madrid take a 3-0 win against Atletico Madrid. We have the El Clasico in the final in the Copa de España, but unfortunately Barcelona lose 4-2 in penalties. And Liverpool take a 1-0 win against Arsenal to win the Super Cup. Let's have a look at the Champions League. Alright, so where was Barcelona? They weren't even in the group stage. However, they were in the Europa League, but in the round of 16, they get knocked out by Valencia 5-4 in aggregate. And Napoli end up winning the final on penalties. And for the Europa Conference League, Latium take that trophy there. Here we are at the end of the season at Barcelona. Haaland with 43 goals, 10 assists. A very good season once again. Now for the final season, what league is he gonna finish in? And it's gonna finish in the Premier League. Alright, what team is he gonna finish his career in? And it's gonna be Newcastle. Okay, that's pretty interesting. So here we are, Haaland in his final season in 2032 at Newcastle. Here is the Newcastle team. It looks pretty solid. Nuno Mensch, Upamecano, Kim Min-jae in that's defense. De Jong also coming in. However, Newcastle only managed to finish 5th in the Premier League. Let's have a look at the FA Cup. Aston Villa win 5-3 on penalties, and unfortunately Newcastle won in this cup. And in the Carabao Cup, Newcastle end up losing to Man United in the finals 4-2. And in the Super Cup, Bayern Leverkusen absolutely dominate Napoli and win 3-0. Unfortunately, Newcastle weren't even in the Champions League, and Newcastle end up winning the Europa League 2-1 against Valencia, and the Europa Conference League Bergamo take that trophy. Here we are at the final season of his career, 45 goals, 5 assists. He ends his career on a 97 overall with 356 goals, 85 assists and 9 trophies.